Hey guys, welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny and I am here with a weekend energy update for you. I have a few channeled messages and I'm going to pull from, I pulled out my Oracle of the Hidden World or Worlds cards, and then I have the Healing Energy Oracle, and then I'm going to pull from my own if I feel the need to. But let's talk about some of the channeled messages first. So I posted something midweek about a love message in regards to like a new energy, and we talked about this person having like a mask on and allowing their inner self to like shine and come out when they wore costumes or cosplay. And I wrote down an actual mask brings out the true you, while an invisible mask hides the true you. And it's just a message I'm feeling that Divine wants us to pay attention to and reflect on in regards to ourselves, and recognizing how many invisible masks we may put on ourselves every day to hide like our true intentions, our true feelings, our true personality, just to please the people around us, or because we're fearful of how we're going to be taken, or how people are going to look at us or view us or think of us. I can think of a million things that I've hidden about myself, and they're all good things. Now that I think about it, they're just different, or maybe they weren't meant for the groups of people that I was surrounded in at the time, so I would refrain from really being me. Example, I went to a hall party recently, a beautiful banquet, and there was a rock band and there was music playing. And I have a background in dance and I absolutely love to dance. You will catch me dancing down the aisle at the grocery store on any given day because I'm that, like, I love dancing. Yet for some reason, even though I knew I was doing it and I was telling myself, what are you afraid of? I wouldn't get up on the dance floor and let myself enjoy the music. I refrained from having fun and I really held myself back. There were people out there dancing and they were having a great time, and I enjoyed watching them. I enjoyed watching them let themselves be free. Meanwhile, I sat very much in my place and I just watched and wished, well, I want to go out there. I want to dance, but I kept holding myself back. That's an example of putting on a mask and hiding our true character because we think that we are going to be judged or looked at in a certain way. So this is just a message for you to not worry about what other people are thinking in regards to who you are, because we've said it so many times, but it's so true, and we have to keep telling ourselves that at the end of the day, if they can't accept us for who we truly are and the way we are and our actual personality and our actual character, then they're just not for us. And that's okay. Not everyone is going to vibe with everyone. We're not all the same. We all have unique qualities. And, you know, it's okay too if you're surrounded by people that maybe don't have the same interests as you, but they are good friends and they do care about you and they accept you. That's even better. So it's just a call to be you. Don't worry about what people are thinking. Don't hold yourself back like I did and miss out on the fun because you're afraid of what people are going to say or think. A lot of people really, for the most part, aren't really going to say or think anything. If anything, they're just going to watch like I did and be like, wow, they look like they're having a really good time. So sometimes we can get caught up into our own head and start overthinking, overanalyzing, over worrying about something that doesn't even exist, and recreate a problem that never was. So that's one message. Then I got the basis of every single relationship is friendship, and friends speak truth. So I know for myself when people tell me the truth in regards to maybe a way I said something or came across, or how I did something or moved about a certain way. It's hard to hear, right? We don't always want to hear the truth because it makes us stop and look at how we are behaving or acting, and we have to be accountable for that. But you're being called to be very transparent, be very open, be very honest. Spirit's saying that at the end of the day, when all is said and done, being transparent and honest with people is regarded and held in a higher place than being fake and phony and holding back and not speaking your truth. Because another thing, when you think about it, when you speak your truth, you're also setting like verbal solid boundaries sometimes. Maybe it's hard to say certain things, but once you say it, people know where you stand. People know where you stand, and allows them to course correct their movements and the way that they are behaving in regards to you. For instance, if someone is doing something repeatedly that is hurting your feelings, but you never say anything, you just keep it to yourself, the other person will never know this, and they'll continue to keep hurting your feelings into a point to where you have animosity towards them and they don't even realize that they're doing it, because maybe that's just their personality. But if you were to openly express to them that you're doing this and it hurts my feelings and this is how I feel, and be open about it, then they can correct that. And if they choose not to and continue to do it knowing that it's hurting you, then you know that maybe this person and me need to go our separate ways. So being very open and honest in all your relationships right now, Spirit saying, is the basis of growth and where like our new world is headed. Honesty is the key. Transparency is the key. Being very open and clear on where we stand and how we feel is the way to have like very healthy relationships and boundaries. Now, I also got another message on two separate occasions, but they kind of blend together. I wrote this down. I'm just going to read you exactly what I wrote. I don't know if it's because I have changed, that the world around me has changed, or if it's that my perspective changed, so now I view the world differently. Perhaps I will never know this answer, but what I do know is that learning how to love myself has also taught me how to love others. In return, the world I see is that of possibility and dreams. I'm happy where I am now. This place of love and truth is my heaven on earth. And then I also wrote down, things are the same, but different. And then I got that scene from the butterfly effect, where, so like in the butterfly effect, every time he changed something, he would end up in a new timeline and something would be different. But there's one scene where he was in a dorm room with a guy and they were on certain sides of the room. But I think in the final scene where he changed something, he was back in that dorm room, except everything flipped. Now he's on this side and the other guy is on this side. That's what I'm getting recently as far as what I've been experiencing. So maybe you're experiencing this too. It's this, you can tell the energy is shifted. You can feel that things are different. Your interactions with people seem like they're the same. The person's the same. Maybe the surroundings are the same. There's like a subtle shift, even if it's by like a degree or just a little bit in our timeline or our frequency, that you just feel it, you see it. Everything is the same, but something is just a little bit different. I've been getting that the last couple of days, especially yesterday. Yesterday was a weird day for me. It felt like I was going through the routines. I was going to certain places that I tend to go to, and coming across people that I see on a regular. But the conversations that certain people were having with me were, it's weird. They were talking about things that I was just thinking about to me. And I'm like, well, that's really strange. They're literally talking about what I was just thinking about. And it's just the way things are lining up. or how things are playing out just seemed, it almost felt scripted. It almost felt surreal. It it's like this, very much an indication that I'm being told by spirit is, yes, we shifted timelines. We are on a new timeline. This one is a little bit of a higher frequency, and that while problems and situations and interactions may still be the same, there's a level of more awareness and more connectedness between souls and energies, if that makes any sense. So those are the channeled messages I got. I'm going to pull a couple cards and then we're going to wrap it up. This will be the weekend energy read. So this is going into this weekend. Just a couple more things to pay attention to. Let's see what we got here. But I don't know if you want to leave in the comments if you've noticed a shift in your timeline, or if you are experiencing the same thing that I am in regards to how things appear to be the same, but there's just something different, something just off a little bit. Just like the butterfly effect. While his dorm room and his roommate and everything looked the same, it was different, right? The Isle of Wonders, number 4. 4 might be a really common number that you're seeing a lot lately, synchronistically. It says revelation, teaching, discovery. So let me pull out the guidebook and see what the guidebook says. But let's take a look at the imagery. Let me hold it up for you. So this card looks like very mysterious, but also very dreamy. It's like a place where dreams meet reality, the merging of the two, the separate realities. We have our physical reality, and then we have our subconscious and our soul scape, like where we go when we dream. It's like the two places. It's like that middle ground. Again, it's revelations, teaching, and discovery. And the guidebook says, when this card comes to you, know you are being guided to become light, so your soul can travel to this place and explore the marvels of this place. It is a place of peace and of great teachings and discovery, a soulful intellect and spirited intelligence. There lies such a place deep within you, and you can discover this place within. For a while, the Isle of Wonders continues to exist, so too does the wonder within you. It may be time to rise above and free yourself from what has held you back, and this can take place in subtle, potent ways. It is not a literal escape, although adventure can always assist us. This is more of a freeing of yourself from all that is around you, which convinces you that you can no longer learn. That is dangerous to discover. That believing in marvels is the domain of fantasy. It is not, for this place exists to generate the belief in the marvelous, the desire to learn, and the repeated and peaceful liberation of the unchained soul. Fly now, friend, and let yourself visit this most marvelous place and learn of all that is pure and true again. And it says, the illumination says, I have the freedom to learn and to discover. My soul thrives on adventure. And I actually feel that this card is validating the channeled messages that I was pulling for today in regards to freeing yourself, no longer holding yourself back. It's a guide and it's encouragement to allow you to be liberated, to be free, to be who you are, to explore the parts of you that you want to step forward from your soul. It's like that movie Split, when he had all these different personalities that would come out when they were ready. But this isn't like that. It's all of your personality, every aspect of every crevice of who you are as a human that wants to come out and be explored. That's what divine is saying. Allow those parts of you to shine through. Allow those parts of you that you've hidden for so long to step to the forefront. So let's do a couple more. Actually, I think I'm going to do one from my Healing Energy Oracle deck. to close it off for the weekend. So let's see what we have here. These are really big cards. But again, this is my Healing Energy Oracle by Mario Dubois. Oh man, how have I shuffled these before? There, okay, well, there we go. That was easy. Let's see. We have two cards that came out. We have Wisdom and Vitality. Wisdom and Vitality. So the Wisdom card says, God has a plan for me. I live here now, knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed, thanks to all my efforts. And then Vitality says, I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. So this is like allowing you to move through life. I'm getting like with open eyes, like a childlike demeanor. Like how a child would explore life for the first time and experience new adventures, and how everything is just wondrous, and the possibilities are endless in a child's eyes. It's like coming from a place of not overthinking the path and not like letting yourself decide what the next moves are, but embracing where you are on the path and really, really enjoying the experience of exactly where you are, and allowing the path to open up and reveal itself to you as it's going to naturally, versus forcing a path open. Walking down that pathway, experiencing all there is to experience, holding like this open space in yourself for possibilities and wonder, without overthinking what the next step is or what's going to happen next, and preparing yourself for that next step, but more or less moving with it and going with the flow. And no matter what happens next, having the energy of, no matter what happens, I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to move with it, and I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it into my world, and no matter what it is, I know that it has been placed there for me, and it has been given to me as a gift from the universe, as a lesson, or as a challenge, or as a blessing. Whatever it is, it's meant to be this way, and I'm here for the journey. I'm here for the experience. So that's kind of where, like, what I'm getting as far as that goes. It says you are a truth seeker. You don't take things from people or statements or information at face value. You do your research. You want to know. You want to feel. You want to dive deeper. You will often, more likely, more now than before, lean in on your intuition when it comes to even information in social media or in politics or in world news or entertainment, whatever it is, and you hear it. You want to dive deeper and understand there's more to this than meets the eye. You're constantly searching for truth. We also have stage 5 clinger, I'll find you. So you may be dealing with someone that's kind of has attachment issues, I'm getting. Someone that may be in a place of like insecurity or codependency. That's just something to keep an eye on. Maybe I'm being told establish some boundaries with this person. Firm boundaries, and speaking your truth, telling them how you feel in regards to their behaviors. If you're feeling like this person is too clingy. And then it says, light the path for others to follow. So again, I know we've talked about this so much, but it keeps coming back up into the readings of, you are a way shower in your actions and your behaviors and in your words. And as you're doing this work and you're growing and you're stepping into your authentic self and you are putting it out there for the world to see, and in your social circles and communities, you are lighting the path for others to follow. Divine saying, continue to keep doing this because it's helping others along their journey and becoming more open and transparent, and healing parts of them that needed to be healed. And we have leave them to wonder. It says leave them to wonder, and it feels like it almost contradicts the message of this reading in regards to being transparent. However, I'm being told that transparency when it comes to your relationships, and when you're talking and when you're conversing and when you're in this relationship with family, friends, lovers, but for the rest of the world, like out there, it's not saying not to be transparent, but you don't have to tell the entire world every little detail about yourself. It's saying leave them to wonder, have a little bit of mystique about you. You don't have to like air everything, meaning like you don't have to go on, say, Facebook and tell the whole world, I did this at 9 o'clock, I'm doing this at 12 o'clock, I'm doing this at 3 o'clock, I got into a fight with my kid, and then, I got sick to my stomach, and I did, you don't have to tell everyone every little detail about yourself. That is not what they mean by being transparent. It's being transparent and being open in regards to just being you and being your true self. I guess if telling the whole world every little detail about yourself is who you are, then more power to you. But Spirit's saying, you don't have to tell everyone every little detail in regards to you and your personality, and like every little thing that you're doing and how you feel about everything. Sometimes it's good just to sit back and to listen and to observe and to watch. You don't have to always be the center of attention. And then the last card we have out is, and it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. Elton John. So you may have been a person in the past who you were the one in codependent relationships, or always trying to find someone to save you or protect you or to heal you or to help you. And you have worked on that. That may have been one of your toxic traits. Always moving from person to person or situation to situation in order to feel like someone connected with you or someone understood you. But you're now in this energy of really being strong on your own and standing on your own too, and really facing life and what it has to give you without the need to cling to another person. So that is your message for the weekend. I know it was leaning more to the 5D and not so much the 3D, but so are we as a community. We are heading to the 5D consciousness, one person, one soul at a time. So I guess that makes sense. But anyways, I hope you have a really good weekend, and I will catch you on Monday morning.